Sometimes we drag bikes out of barns, sometimes our mates have got bikes they're given to us, but on today's one, we've actually found a couple of real beautiful old classics we're going to rescue out of a garage. Sadly, the owner's kind of got to an age and a health condition that he's no longer able to look after them, to maintain them, but he's someone who's spent his whole life maintaining and loving and looking after these bikes, and it's gutting to see, but at the same time, it's really nice that we're now going to get a chance to carry that story on. The two bikes we're looking at are properly out of the ordinary for me. It's an Ariel Red Hunter and a BSA Golden Flash. This is, I'm out of my depth. Anyone who knows these bikes properly will very quickly realise that. This is an era of bike that I've always loved. When I rode that Triumph T120 up at the Bike Specialist a few years ago, I loved it, but I've never dealt with these bikes. I've never really worked on them, so everything about them is new. So whereas other write-off rebuilds and rescue projects, we just drag a bike out, I kind of know what to do, I know where everything is, and I can get them running pretty quick. These are going to be a huge learning curve for me, and I'm really looking forward to the journey of carrying on what this guy has spent his life doing, maintaining, running and looking after and enjoying these old bikes. I'm looking forward to carrying that on. The end goal, to ride them and actually enjoy them again, is the sort of carrot at the end of the learning journey. I'm going to need a lot of help. I'm going to be calling in on a few friends. I'll be welcome any help from you lot as well to sort of learn what to do with stuff like this. But this is a proper garage rescue. Two proper classic bikes with some really cool features, wedged in a garage full of stuff. Let's rescue them and bring them back to former glory. So we've got some digging to do, but yeah, we can try and get the BSA out first and work our way through it. A fair amount of stuff in the way. Oh. Yeah.
Well, that's the limit. But if I can get behind, I can lift and you can... I'll become the back wheel.
Yeah, no worries.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yes. You know that thing where you've bitten off more than you can chew? I'm hoping we haven't done it today. No, we will. We will make these work one way or another. They're going to work. They're beautiful old bikes. Right. So, right, you need to go right a bit. It's easy for me at the front. Do you want to rest? It's out. He's carrying it. Yep, mind your fingers. Just got halfway up the ramp and realised I can't fit it in the van because the screen's too big. So we're just going to whip the screen off, which is about 140 nuts and bolts. And then hopefully it should fit. With a bit of luck. There we go, get it down lower.
Yeah.
So it's got handles built into it.
Yeah, I did like that.
Right, you ready?
Yeah. Which side you going?
Left for this one.
Okay, hang on, got a mirror issue. Okay.
Right, do you want to hop sides?
Yep.
One of the things you don't always consider with a barn find of pulling a bike out of the garage is where the keys are to the chain. I feel like a bike thief, it's horrible. But yeah, we could always just park it at the side of the road somewhere until some yobbo cuts it off with an angle grinder and then just walk up and say, oh, thanks for that, mate. But yeah, so we're having to lift it in, which is no mean feat. But it's in. You got that?
Yeah.
Right, strap it down. We're in. One bike is in.
My side or your side pocket?
Passenger side. Right, one bike down, one to go. This one's the one that's on the bench and in a lot more bits. So not only is this going to take some digging out, it's going to take some sussing out of what's there, what's missing, what shelf the rest of the bits are on, what that boat tiller's off, and yeah, where to go from here. I can see engine bits, that's a start.
It's more engine bits than.
Vintage Haynes manual. That's going to have a Chris, this is how they go to work together section in it. That's going to be really handy. You know it's going to say reassemble is the reverse of the removal, because they always do. That's very useful.
That Chris will like.
King Dick, best tool company. What are these? Steam engine. One for Evan, practical boat owner. Classic motorcycle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that, it's an underhead. Exciting. Yes. Clutch plates. That's what a clutch plate looks like for an old bike. We are slowly getting through. We've sort of dug our way around to this one. There's loads and loads of new bits like stainless steel bolts, and yeah, it's nice to see it's been cared for, and there's obviously plans afoot to make it better. So we'll keep at it, keep working our way through, see where we end up. It will be. Did you really? There'll be undiscovered life forms down here.
There used to be a pond down here, but I'm not sure where. I suddenly disappeared.
We found it.
Just need to cut the washing line, but I'm sure that'll get away with it.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be in trouble. There's a box that says Ariel old and new parts. So that looks promising. The box of spark plugs in there. Up and to the right. Okay, let me venture in. But there's crankcases, there's paint guns, there's gearboxes. Ariel Red Hunter, original gearbox, no second gear. There you go. That was labelled. That helped. Other than the labelled bits, I have not got a Scooby. I think I'm just going to take anything that says Ariel Red Hunter and then hope for the best. Yeah. Ah, brambles.
We've got room at the front now, Chris.
Yeah. Have you tripped over the stand a million times already?
No, I've cleared the front, so I've pulled the pin out.
Here
now,
it comes. So. Moment of truth. What have we got here? Pauline. Tar Pauline. Jiffy bag.
Yeah, go on then. Just an empty oil bottle, but
Squished it. The Red Hunter is down. So we came to pick up 2 bikes, and then the guy who lives here still said there's an old British Army bike in the shed if we want that as well. So we've actually bought a British Army bike as well, which is an old, I think it's a BSA B40 on my limited knowledge. So yeah, came for 2, go home with 3. An old Honda. That looks like that might be a motorcycle trailer. Balanced. I'm not going any further than I think it's a BSA B40. If I'm wrong, there's going to be the internet is going to be screaming at me right now. But
find out what the numbers are on the bin and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But it's now got handlebars, so I've already started fixing it. Counting that as a win. It's already fixed. Right, well,
Oh, hang on, move the dogs and stuff. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. Just grab the oil before we split it. Make this.
Right. Go on, Em.
Just drag it. Hang on, go forward a bit. I'll bump it back around. And then come around again.
Go on,
Got
Em.
it? Just where you find out the other.
Hey, still there. Oh, beauty. Bit of fuel, should be right as rain. Too much other junk in my van.
I didn't think we were going to do any jump biking.
Right, hold that. I'm gonna go slide it through from the front. The good old bad old days of no folding levers and no folding tips. Rolls pretty well, this one. Could do this in a less awkward way, couldn't we?
Yeah.
So we get the doors on the van open. That was an epic garage find adventure. I don't think either of us were prepared for just how much stuff was going to be in that garage, and it was kind of tragic seeing the life's work of that guy kind of left there because he's too old to deal with it. But at the same time, nice to be able to get some stuff out, get these 2 bikes out, and hopefully give them a new life. We've got the added bonus that we got distracted by Bob, who was there as well, who was a real gent, and he showed us around the house and he showed us a bunch of stuff and showed us the BSA B40 as well, which was a bonus surprise, really. I've got quite a lot of plans for the B40, being that one of my really good friends rode them in the army in military championships all through the 70s. So he's kind of got a million stories for them. So we've got some really exciting stuff coming up with the B40. The BSA 650 and the Ariel 500, I want to get them assembled, find all the parts, and get them both running. That's the next job. We've kind of collated all the piles of spares. We've got boxes there. There's boxes and boxes in the back of the shed now. We've got a bit of an inventory of everything we know we've got to put together, and the next step is assign those bits to the bikes, try and get all 3 bikes running, and yeah, just go and have a little shakedown ride. From there on, who knows, the sky's the limit for these sorts of restorations, but my motivation is to bring them out of the sheds and get them running and use them. What happens to them after that, hopefully they stay in the system and stay getting used. But stay tuned. Thanks for joining us for this journey. Thanks ever so much to the guys who put us onto this find, and yeah, let us have the opportunity to bring these bikes back to life. And of course to Bob, who kept us entertained throughout the day. Yeah, lots and lots of work. My brain is a bit fried about how much we've got left to do, but let's not drown in parts. Let's make these bikes run.